Garrett Blevins here with another video log. This is week 7, day 3. It's the fourth day I've worked out this week. I worked out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I split my normal day 2 workout into that Tuesday, Wednesday split. And so this is Saturday, so I had a little extra time to recover. I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours today stretching and working out my legs at home before I came into the gym. And everything felt great today. This is one of the best days of working out I've had, which is much appreciated. After the last 2 weeks, they've been some tough workouts where I've barely gotten through a lot of my lifts. So pause squats today were just the goal was to do doubles. And so I worked up until I felt like it was actually getting hard, which happened to be a PR. I also, instead of doing the dead stop benching, earlier this week after Wednesday, my shoulder, my right shoulder that I've had a surgery on previously, was really bugging me. It got so bad I couldn't even really make a fist, and it was because the labrum was inflamed, and it just was feeling off. It felt like my shoulder was just partially dislocated, and so I was able to kind of work it back into where it was comfortable, made sure not to sleep on it wrong, slept on my back the last few nights, and decided to do some normal bench instead of the dead stop, thinking that that would be a little easier on my shoulder. So we'll see how that goes later. 460 for a double here. I had programmed out to do a couple sets of that, but it was so easy I decided to go up to 500. And I threw on my belt, and you can see how the reps go here. It's great depth there. Nice little pause. I wanted to feel the first one. That rep was extremely smooth. And then this rep, I paused down here even a little bit longer. And that was a little bit of a grind, but it came through pretty well. It was pretty tempting to actually try to rep or to set a new max on squats today. But that's going to happen in a few weeks, and I'm saving it. So I went to my next assistance exercise, which I made just competition bench and did doubles. Worked up to 365 for 2, felt really good. Then I did a PR rep-wise, 420 for 2. I don't think I've ever done that. I may have to look back. I misgrooved it on the second one. It came down too far towards my belly, but gutted it out anyways. So then I threw on 455 with those 2.5 clamps for 460. I'd hit 455, but it was ugly. My butt came off the bench, and I hit the standard, so I decided to try this again. Long pause, and it goes up pretty easy. I think I could have done more, but again, it's not the day for that. Lifetime PR by 5 pounds, so happy day. And I did a couple of sets of Olympic style deadlifting, real explosive with kind of a shrug at the top. This is the last set I did with that, and these felt pretty good. My lower back has been feeling really funky, and so I decided to take a little lighter today. It's when I round my lower back that I've been having some tendons just feel extremely what I would call dry or raw. And when I stretch them, it just really hurts. So it hurts all around those lower vertebrae in my back, but only when I'm bending forward. I don't feel any pain in the lifts at all, so I think that's a good thing. I've been listening to Proverbs, and this day for me was about keeping my path before me and focusing on what's important. I've been doing a lot of work with nutrition. I've been doing a lot of work with stretching, and I'm trying to keep focused on moving forward and what path I have laid out for me. I'm going to start the cube kingpin next cycle. I've programmed that out in an Excel sheet. I've got all my sets and reps set up, and I looked at what it would take for me to, if I did it for years. I set it up getting 5-pound PRs on each lift every 10 weeks and looked at that just kind of ad infinitum out to the end. And I think it's sometime in 2025, if I kept at that pace, I'd total over 2,600. And I was just looking at that, and I was looking at the path, the slow, consistent progress. Obviously, my lifts are increasing a ton. They're going way faster than 5 pounds per cycle. But looking at that path made me think about this proverb that I read earlier this week about keeping your eyes forward and thinking about the path of your feet, not swerving to the right or the left. That's important for powerlifting, but it's important for the Christian life. We need to stay focused. We need to move on the path of righteousness that God has set for us, that God has predestined for us, the good works that we should walk in them. So I'm glad that today went well, and I'll accept it as a gift from God.